on this one. Okay, so welcome everybody to the questions and answers for week 1 that we were doing. So this morning I've just cleansed the area, so I'm just going to do it again just to cleanse. There we go. I'm just feeling the energy here. And I have my feather as well, which is the buzzard. So this is really good for grounding. So we're going to ground the energy all around. So this is for getting us to focus on what we're going to be doing this morning. And as Reiki level 3, we're going into the higher vibrations. So to be in this vibration, we need to be very grounded. So we can take our clients. What's happening? So sorry. It's okay, Siobhan. You just settle into it and might come back, yeah? And you can write any questions in if you want, or anything that's coming up. I have the chat here beside me. So let's cleanse. Okay. So now we're just going to balance the energies, the Reiki principles. So just for today, let's not worry. So we're going to hold on to the root chakra and the heart chakra. Okay. So we're going to put the right or the left, whichever hand you prefer, the root chakra, and hold one at the heart chakra as well. So both. So just for today, and we breathe in 3 times. We breathe in 3 times, breathing in. Just for today, do not worry, and hold it at the root and at the heart center. And the next one is the root chakra and the third eye. So just for today, do not be angry. And holding it at the root, breathing in through the third eye and down to the root chakra. And holding and breathing out. Just for today, do not be angry. Now we're going to move our hand up to our solar plexus and our third eye. And just for today, I want you to be honest with yourself. Just for today. So we're breathing into the solar plexus and the third eye. Then we're going from the third eye to the crown chakra, the 2 of these. And this is just for today, count our blessings. We allow the spirituality to come in and open up that wisdom and knowledge. So we're breathing in through the crown into the third eye. Just for today, count our blessings. Now the next one is for kindness. So wherever you want to hold it, either the root or the heart or the throat or the third eye. So whichever suits you best. Okay, so we just hold, and just for today, be kind to ourselves. So we're breathing in either the root or the heart or the throat or the third eye. This is all about communicating, grounding, opening our heart, and opening our wisdom and knowledge. When you're ready, then you can just rub the palms of your hands. And sometimes it's nice just to bring it up to the face, that energy here, and allow it. Just bring it into your face. and breathing in that energy. So we're bringing all that energy back into the body again. So this is really good for grounding the energy, right? So bringing back the energy back in again. And I know, Siobhan, you were with your mom for the last week or 2 weeks. And 2 weeks, okay. So it's time for grounding and feeling that energy, because I spend one night a week with my mother and I come back and I have to ground my energy, because they're powerful women. They're powerful. And they know their own mind, and they're not going to move. They're not going to shift for anyone. So, and Gillian, you have the same issue with your mom, you know, and probably all of us do. And I'm probably the very same as my mother with my children. You know what I mean? That it's kind of, so I have to connect with that behavior as well. So seeing what the conflict is between the two. So I'm just going to go into what we did the last day, right? And we're just going to go over a little bit of what's come up for us, okay? So I'm just going to share the screen and we're going to go in here. And if you have any questions, just put it in the chat there, yeah. So can you all see the screen? Yeah? Okay, cool. So there was one here where I said overcoming chaos, right? I use that word kind of because I know that language is very much with us, okay? So when I give you the exercise, it was about forgiveness, but it was the chaos sometimes we create around that. So when I give you this exercise, we're going to come back to it again every week, okay? Just to see where we are of 1 to 10 in that, so on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being most satisfied, please rate how satisfied you are in each domain of your life. So if you put down beside relationship to self, how are you finding your relationship with yourself? Are you being kind to yourself? Is there self-love there coming in? All right. So if you give yourself a rate of 1 to 10, 10 being the most satisfied, and we will come back to this every week and just see, and we will look at it and see that, okay, what we need to do is we need to concentrate, probably connection to our community might have been 2. Our relation to ourselves might have been 2. So we need to up that for the week then. We need to up that for next week. So our health and wellness, what are we putting ourselves there? And our financial well-being, what do we need to do to bring that up, or is it stable enough? And the relationship with others, and the career and success, and our spirituality. Now, if anyone wants to come in on any of that, Gillian, and if Siobhan, if you want to say anything, just write it in the chat, you know. And the next one then is on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you feel these emotions on a daily basis? So stressed, disconnected to others, anxious, unsettled, resentful, or guilty. Now, this sometimes I always feel I'm on a journey every day of my life. So for the last few weeks, since Freckles has passed away, we've had a terrible smell in the house. It's like well, we're trying to find, it's kind of like pee. Is it, you know, pee, stale pee, or whatever? But yeah, so I think his energy was coming in for us to be aware of what was going on around us. So we had the eclipse and we had the full moon in the last week as well. So these energies are all coming up. And for us here at home, right, Siobhan and Julian, you know my husband, right? So I think Freckles was sending a message to him to get his health checked, right? Because he has aches and pains. And I know, Gillian, when you were on the last time, he had a pain in his back, and Siobhan, he went to you with his arm and the whole lot. But I think the message was that Martin had to go and get his health checked out, and which he did. And then he went to the doctor and they gave him 2 different things. So he didn't know which was, his diabetes was on the border or his blood pressure. Okay, so gave him 2 different diagnoses. And then he went to a kinesiologist who put him on all these herbs and everything. But he went there on, what day did he go? He went there on Monday. And since he's come back from there, she has kind of put him on the right track of whatever. The smell is gone in the house. We can't, the heating has gone a bit bonkers, but that's probably my energy, because I always set the heating going, the heating system. I get my energy just. So what I'm saying to you is, it's just about being aware of the messages that we're receiving. For us, we couldn't, it was inside in Louis' room, it was all downstairs from where we sat in the sitting room and everything. And I think what his message was, that I can't have anybody in this house until I actually clear our energy up. And I haven't got any retreats on because Martin's brother has passed away suddenly, and but also the smell in the house was something else. And it was like going, Jesus, what is it? What is it? So what I'm saying to you is, we have to look out for the signs that's coming in for us to actually stop and actually look within ourselves and within us. And for me as well, I mean, these exercises, I don't know if you were doing them, but for me, I feel very much when I'm in tune, when I'm giving subconsciously, when I'm given exercises to do, I will go deep inside and ask the questions. So what are you manifesting the way you want to do it? And for me, I had to step back and look at my family first to see our health and my health as well. So so subconsciously, with Freckles passing away, he sent a message from me as well, down through the line of my ancestors and all my ancestors. So Freckles, my dog, was Michael, my grandfather, and Michael was my brother, and he has come into my space ever since I connected with my spirituality. When I went to my first spiritual encounter, he came into my energy and was helping me. I was told that he was going to guide me, and he was giving me all of his gifts. And I'm going, are you joking me? You couldn't do it, so why could I? So that was on my journey. But I had, with Freckles and all my animals here, I had to figure out about opening my heart and figuring out the ancestral lineage of why Mike left at an early stage in his life. And I think this is going back into our ancestors. And for me, that journey for the last month, for the last 3 weeks, was quite a big journey for me. And it was also going back into my ancestors and feeling that energy. So here, all these questions were, here is 3 things that I was struggling with. And I was struggling with my own inner power and my gifts and my values. These are all coming up for me. And what I found was that this was kind of like a generation, an ancestral thing, that it was respect for my body. And that's what I felt with Mike and my grandfather, that there was a sexual thing going on there, an abuse, and that had come up for me. So I needed to heal that so that I can heal my ancestors. And so, yeah, so all of that energy. So these were the things that I was kind of struggling with, was kind of going, I deserve love and I deserve joy in my life, but what's blocking it? What's blocking it? And I think for me was that ancestral lineage, that side was I was struggling with. So, yeah, so I don't know, has anybody else experienced anything like that in the last few weeks? Yeah, okay. Do you want to share it, Gillian? Yeah. Because this is all private, you know, it's only amongst us.
It's so as you know, I've moved.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
moved to my partner's house, which is a big, old, very old farmhouse. And he's lived in it, apart from maybe a couple of years, basically in this house his whole life. And so did his parents, and so did the generation before that. So I've come in and I felt very strongly that I can't work from the house at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I have felt that there just needs to be so. Anyway, yesterday I've started a massive clearing, cleansing of the house. And
Great.
over the last few months, I've been sorting stuff, but actually, and I was talking to him yesterday and trying to explain to him about the energy. And I said, do you not feel the difference right now? So he can feel a difference.
Yes.
So that's one element. But the other thing, which comes into the generational part, which I haven't mentioned to anybody yet, but there's a lovely, there's an area out the back which had been a dam.
Mm-hmm.
Now the story has it that I think it was the great grandmother or the great grandmother took her own life in that dam.
Mm.
But I have got it's now a beautiful, beautiful spot. And I'm very, very drawn to working somewhere, maybe getting a yurt, putting it up there.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if that's part of the healing that I
Yeah.
feel that she was very, I think I get the feeling it was postnatal depression or something. Anyway,
Wow.
that's kind of
Wow.
what was coming up when you started talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
But
that's why I wanted to tell you about my experience, because it kind of makes you aware of actually what's going on with you, because I'm bringing this energy in because there is shifts going on. There has to be shifts going on when we're doing this work. So
yeah, I'm feeling lots of shifts in the last few weeks. And when I was looking at the numbers here, there's so much shifted already in the last few weeks.
okay. Yeah.
In all sorts of ways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. But it is looking at these numbers and being aware that actually, oh wow, I am stressed. I need to calm down. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to actually go into a place of joy, or if I'm anxious with anxiety? And I have just a little thing here, right? And this is just to help us. And I put it up in the system as well. It's called a 3-step choose again method. Okay. So when we begin this practice, I recommend you document each step in your journal. Okay. So if you write down what's coming up for you, in this time, you'll be able to quickly follow the method in your mind whenever you need it. So for now, however, let your journal support your path. So step 1. So let's notice the thought of what we're talking about at the moment, okay? Our ancestrals and healing that trauma, okay? So when you find yourself stuck in this negativity or fear, so consciously step back out of it and look at it. You can do this by noticing that your thoughts and energy are out of alignment with joy. So you ask yourself, how do I feel right now? So you write down now how you are feeling right now at this present moment. Okay. So the second one is about forgiving the thought. Okay. So you forgive yourself for being misaligned and celebrate your desire to shift. Because on our journey, we're always going to be going into that darkness, but we always know there is a light. And that's the powerful energy of us, because we always know there's a light. And we want to keep looking at that goal, that light, to get us out of the darkness, because we are always, as energy beings and empaths, we're always going to go down that little burrow hole to find the light, to go to the next vibration in our healing journey. So next to each negative thought that you document, write the words, "Thank you for revealing to me what I don't want so that I can clarify what I do want." Okay, so this is really going into forgiving the thought, because we all have these thoughts. And then step 3 is choose again. Answer this question in your journal. What is the best feeling thought I can find right now? And then ask the universe to guide you towards that thought in your journal. Write down this intention or say it to yourself. "Thank you, universe, for guiding my thoughts towards good feelings and emotions." So as you practice this, remember that you are not required to land on the ultimate solution. So for instance, if you're struggling with finances, the thought, "I'm going to be out of debt next week," is likely to create more misalignment because you probably won't believe it. So instead, choose a thought that feels realistic and possible. So you're going to allow abundance and light and clients into your life so that you can actually create and you will have enough money to pay your bills. Yeah. So if there is any doubt when your energy won't back up your intention, just keep in mind the universe always hears the prayers. But your energy must support those intentions in order for you to hear the guidance that the universe then provides. Okay? So that's just a little a step, and I'll put that up in the system so that when we are feeling, in that negative mode of feeling stressed or overwhelmed, we can actually go into it and actually, forgive ourselves and just keep going through and journal it down, which is so important. It is so important to do that. I was in Waterford last week and I bought this lovely book. It's called, I don't know if any of you have heard of it, "Listen to the Land Speak." And it's lovely. It's all about actually where I come from. It was really interesting. It was obviously meant to go in there. It was about Lochgore and the stone circles and all of that down where I come from. But there's loads of myths there. So that's, I was guided to share that. I had somebody from Canada last week. They were here on a visit and they were going to Waterford. And I told her because she was interested in the stone circles. So she actually got it as well. So she was going to Waterford, imagine, on their little tour. And they came around here. So, yeah. And then this is another one as well, right? Just while we're on the subject of books, Animals in Translation. The woman who thinks like a cow, but actually it's all about, she is an autistic lady who's very connected to animals, and she tells her story, which is really good. And it's understanding the animals. But also, if you're into Tim Andrews is really good as well. You can find him on YouTube. He's like he's into shamanic. So I love what his work is all about. Is when you see the animal, like say if you see the rabbit outside, just stop and look and feel what you're feeling right now when you feel the energy of that rabbit. Like Siobhan, you were connecting with me last week when you were with your mom, when you connected and you saw all the birds. And for me, that was really awareness of what's going on because you needed help. And sometimes when we need, it's like even picking a card. I'll pick a card for you as well, a power animal card as well, just to help us because the energy is quite strong. And that might guide us. So when you are feeling vulnerable and you actually need a little bit of guidance, sometimes it's good to look outside in nature and just, as you said, see the birds, even listen to the birds singing. It brings you joy, and be in the now and see what animals or what flowers, just smell the flowers even now, they're all out, the daffodils and everything. So this can actually bring your energy into a really, really at one-man state, where you are right now. And this will answer the questions of you when you have those thoughts, those negative thoughts, and you can ask yourself, "Thank you for revealing these thoughts to me. but now I want the universe to help me to actually shift them and to bring that joy and love into our lives. Okay. So yeah, so these are the questions here. Do you feel connected to the universe? Do you feel in tune with your destiny? These are something you need to journal on. And I found these quite powerful for me for the last week, doing that work. Yeah, that's quite a thing. So let me see here. So let's see what's next. Oh, these are the affirmations. So I put up all of these here: forgiveness, the lessons of the soul. You know, these are all really important when you read these. I put these up on the page just to help you. I suppose for me, I'm always guided, and the universe always sends stuff into me, and I just feel like sharing it then with you, okay, guys, because I know this is probably where we are going in our lives. But this morning, I know Siobhan said you were working with the Tree of Life symbol, so that's really powerful as well. Yeah, so I'll just go back up here and we'll just go through and the chakras as well, which is really, really powerful. So they're the chakras here. We will be working more on them next week, but just working on the symbols itself are when we're starting off, they are really good. So even with the symbols here, these, the chakra, these are really, really powerful as well for when you are grounding. And I know I will put up in the group again, Siobhan, you know, the one I sent you to help you with your mom. That was really, it was just sending the power symbol in to help her, to help you to have the power to be in your own power, you know. So what I want to speak about this morning is really about us holding our own power when we are dealing with people. Because Siobhan, you don't mind me sharing your story, you know, you saying that you call your sister and your mom was upset because you intervened. And I can guarantee you, right, there's 9 siblings of us. My mother wants me around all the time. She freaks out when I'm leaving or when I can't come for the weekend. And she's like, because the rest of them, because I'm connected and trying to show her love and I'm giving her love, that I suppose what happens is they abuse our kindness, you know, and that's where we have to step away. So I only spend a day or two with my mom. I close the door and I come out, finished, done. Her energy is left behind. So this is where you are looking out for yourself. Yes, your mom being that age group are very, very selfish. Very, very selfish. What you have to remember, Siobhan, is your mother has lived her life. Now it's your turn. So you can't be giving your energy over to her to actually, you know, and that's what and I know this is harsh. Sometimes it's like going, we have to live our life. She has lived her life, and it's giving her the responsibility of actually going into the hospital. You know, all you can do is give her the love and guide her there because she's old, but you can't heal her. She can only do that herself. Yeah. And we have to understand that. I'm looking out the window, guys. It's snowing. Jesus. It was sunny. Yeah. Oh, I didn't expect this. It's beautiful though. My poor horses. Oh, but anyway. So yeah, so just on that energy, we need to put this barrier around our auric field, okay? And I'm going to go, I'm going to do just at the end, it's called permission granted to follow your soul, okay? And this is just to help you, right, with your energy to guide it, but also these symbols are here to help you as well. The power symbol, it's here. So it's placing all the power, the symbol is there in your heart, right? And all around your auric field. This is the power, it is to protect your energy, okay? And also the Sikhiri, all right, our emotional one. So this is really, I love this one, I suppose it just resonates a lot with me. The Sihiki, it's an emotional symbol, and it is really, really powerful symbol. And this is to protect us again emotionally, because you don't want to get drained. So these are the symbols we need to work on when we're actually with people that actually drain our energy. And we have to protect it, because we have to return it back to them. It's their responsibility, just like our health is our responsibility. We were all sent on this planet to love ourselves, right? I keep saying, fill your cup and saucer, give the saucer away to your clients and your family. Keep the cup full for yourself, okay? That is so important. And what happens, and I know, Gillian, you were here when my dad passed. You saw my energy the day I was going down to the funeral. You saw the difference in my horses. They were mirroring me, yeah? They were so bold. They were, and it was like trying to niggle me and irritate me. And that's the irritation that I was sending out to them as well. So it opened my eyes, kind of going, oh my God, I have to stop this and take responsibility. And when I was aware of it, when I was aware of their energy, before I went to meet my family, I was actually prepared. So I was protected. I had used the symbols, and I had used the distant healing symbol, which is all about being in harmony. And so what I did was I connected with the energy, the you can see it here, the Han Sha Shi Shou Shin is the distant healing. And I sent that distant healing to my past to heal it, for harmony, and to justify it, and also, so the heart of my thoughts, that's all there in that symbol. The first top of it, it's all about the root of the tree, which is the top part of the root of the distant. And then you come down, it's creating into being is the second part. The third part is all about harmony. And the fourth part is about justifying. And then the last part here, down here at the bottom of the distant one, is the heart of the thoughts that are going on. So here you are at one. When you are sending the symbol, you're sending it to your past, you're sending it to the present moment, but also you're sending it to your future, so that actually when you go into that being, that you are protected and you are loved. Okay, so that's really, really powerful. The master symbol we'll be doing next week on Wednesday. We'll be going through that, but here we'll just go through the tree of life again. So it's grounding us to the earth, which is really important. So we go down and across, and you saw me on the video, I was doing it with the animals. It's really good to ground the energy, but also it's really good to do it in the land as well. So Gillian, when you're working with, the house, it might be a good idea to do that tree of life around the house as well, and outside as well, to bring up, because you will probably stir a little bit of energy around. There could be a few bits coming up that that if she took her life, that it might bring back stuff, bring it up. But that's okay, because you understand it now, and just send that love, that energy in as well to it. But as you said, do that exercise, feel the thoughts that's around that for you as well. Yeah. Because there's always a reason why. There's always a reason why. And we make our own choices in our life. Yeah, so this is a really good one. Yeah, so that's powerful energy. Yeah, so now what I am going to do is I'm just going to pick you a card. I'm going to pick everybody a card in the group. It's an animal card. These are the power animal cards, okay? So just want to feel into your energy. And Louisa couldn't make it today, but she's going to do the replay, so I will send her a card as well for this. So we'll go up here. So Gillian, I'll just connect with you first. I see you on the line first there. Just connect and just put a card out here. So it's the eagle. Okay. So the eagle, trust in your higher self. Okay. And it's all about spirit. Okay. We'll all get the eagle. I'll send you on. What's that? Siobhan, I'll send this on now to you. It's the otter. Okay. And it's surrender. And it says, let go of control. Okay. And I'll send that on as well. Okay. Yeah. So you have to let go of the control of your mom. She's well able. Now it's your turn to mind yourself. Yeah, you know that. Noelle, I'll just pick your card here. So it's the dolphin. Okay. And the dolphin is about playfulness. Take time to play. All right. And Louisa, we'll just pick a card here for you. And it's the beaver. The beaver. Okay. And the beaver, go ahead and just do it anyway. And it's productiveness. So you all remember those, see? I'm after putting them into the pack now. So, otter, Siobhan, dolphin. No, what's that one? The beaver. Yeah. Let's write them down so I can actually send them on. I'll put them up on the group. Now, ladies, I just want you to relax. I'll just take this off now. Stop sharing. Okay, we're all in the group here. How much for me right now? Okay, yeah, I can see all of these. Yeah, I use them every day. Good. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I just want you to relax, okay? And I'm going to just do a little meditation on just giving you permission to follow your soul, okay? So just feeling into your cards that you've picked and to feeling into that energy, okay? And this is just to help you. So you're allowed to dream big. You're allowed to make those big dreams a reality. You're allowed to do things your way. You're allowed to follow your intuition. You're allowed to feel fear. You're allowed to do what you want to do, even though you feel fear. You're allowed to feel all the emotions. You're allowed to keep moving anyway. You're allowed to create the story you want in your head that empowers your dreams. Better yet, if you want to be happy, successful, purposeful, fulfilled, and abundant, you must dream big. You must make those big dreams a reality. You must do things your way. You must follow your intuition. You must feel your fear. You must do what you want to do, even though you feel that fear. You must feel all the emotions. You must keep moving anyway. Because it's not that successful people do not feel fear. It's that they acknowledge its presence and continue anyway. I can remind you today that fear stands for false expectations appearing real. which I like a lot more than false evidence appearing real. Fear is a projection of a future that may or may not end up as your reality. Fear is your monkey brain protecting you from doing something new and therefore risky, because safety and comfort zone is what this brain is designed to prioritize over fulfillment, thrill, and following your purpose and your soul. It's what happened, it's what stopped our ancestors getting eaten alive or falling or dying or getting critically hurt back in the day. So it worked as an evolutionary safeguard to keep those alive who followed that intuition. There is no such thing as one size fits all to get the success, the life that you dream of. You must create the story you want in your head that empowers your dreams. Stop waiting for someone outside of you to say yes, to validate your worth, to show you the way. You'll never really believe it within yourself anyway, because it's like a house of cards that's ready to fall at any moment. True empowerment comes from within. It's knowing deep in your soul, deep in your bones, that you already have everything within you. You already know the answers. You already are enough, and certainly entirely worthy, just because you are alive. Nothing more is needed. You have to give yourself permission and act on it. The self-doubt can be overwhelming. Can I and should I? Now, I found this really powerful for me because I never deserved anything in my life. And I realized that actually I was on survival mode all my life, and I was helping everybody from a very young age of 6. I felt that I was taking everybody's energy on and I was controlling, because that was my role in my family, until I cut it off and let them all control themselves. Yeah. So we have to look at where we are in our family dynamics and our habits and behaviors. Because when I love going down home now, because, well, I don't love it, but I'm doing an awful lot of healing. I love, because I'm healing. I'm looking, going, how did I survive for 18 years? I am so glad. And my mother groomed us all. We were laughing even the other day on the phone. My sister in London, my mother was there. Oh, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? I was only home 2 weeks ago, whatever. And I said, my mother wanted us all to stay at home and mind her. And she never wanted any of us to go, but we all ran out the gate at 18, gone, so it was funny. So now we're all back again, and she's controlling that energy again, but we're too powerful for her now, and it's very frustrating, and she gets very angry with us. And because we've lived our life, and she's looking at us going, oh, wow, you should be dependent on me. I should be controlling you, but it's not. It's now we go there to give her love, and it's up to her to accept it. Yeah. So these are and this is where we go into a higher vibration of we're standing in our own power, and we can actually be with these people. Until you actually can be with these people, then you're in your power and you're not affected, by my brothers coming in and they're going, where's the cake? I'm going, there's no cake today, because that's expected of us. We bring the cakes and we bring the buns and we bring everything, but they don't bring anything. I love this one. Healing the Heart. This is another, this is by Oscar Wilde, right? He wrote, hearts are meant to be broken. And as we heal through meditation, our hearts break open to feel fully. Powerful feelings, deep unspoken parts of ourselves arise, and our task is meditation is first to let them move through us, then to recognize them and allow them to sing their songs. So this is a little poem. I go among trees and sit still. All my stirring becomes quiet. around me like circles on water. My tasks lie in their places, where I left them, asleep like cattle. Then what I am afraid of comes. I live for a while in this sight. What I fear in it leaves it, and the fear of it leaves me. It sings, and I hear its song. So when we listen to the songs of our rage or fear, loneliness or longing, is that they do not stay forever. Rage turns into sorrow, sorrow turns into tears. Tears may fall for a long time, but then the sun comes out. And a memory of old loss sings to us. Our body shakes and relives the moment of loss. Then the armoring around that loss gradually softens, and in the midst of the song of tremendous grieving, the pain of that loss finally finds release. I don't know, I was just guided to read that this morning. Okay, boy. Yes, I'm just going to stop recording there now. Okay.